YTBC, what's the deal? A little bit more heavyweight news. Mariusz Wach, and I'm going to leave this article in the description box. It's on boxingscene.com and a few other websites. But Mariusz Wach is making his ring return, positioned for May 14th. The Polish fighter, 31 wins with the 2 losses, 17 knockouts. His only 2 losses were to Povetkin and a loss to Vladimir Klitschko. Durable heavyweight, man. He may not be a guy that's going to win a world title. He may not, but he's a very durable heavyweight. He can take a punch. That's kind of his sticklers. He can, take a shot. And it's funny because I did an Alexander Povetkin video the other day when I was just reading questions from other fans, thinking that Povetkin is, possibly or may have juiced or, just from looking at his current pictures and how his body has looked in the last, few months or so, the last year or whatever. And people were shooting the messenger, man. They're like getting mad at me. I'm just reading fans' comments. There are a lot of fans that believe this guy, is on steroids. And one of the reasons for this, and I'm going to get to Mariusz Wach, but after the fight, it was claimed that Wach had tested positive for a banned substance. The WBC rejected those findings because the testing agency, RUSADA, is under investigation for falsifying test results. Now, I'm not saying they've done anything with Povetkin's test results or anything, but I'm just saying it's this type of shit that gets some fans kind of thinking like, he might be juicing over there. But on to Mariusz Wach, though, and on that RUSADA thing, I heard last month on Russia Beyond the Headlines, RUSADA was expected to sign a cooperation agreement with the UK anti-doping. So I'm not sure on that. I haven't really looked into it since last month, but that's the reason why a lot of people think a lot of fighters from, Russia or Povetkin in particular, there's a possibility that they might be juicing, or if they are juicing, their tests are getting, falsified or whatever. But that's the reason for that. But as far as Mariusz Wach, I like to see him back in there, man. Now, he's a Polish guy, and there's some good Polish fights to be made. Artur Szpilka is trying to come back. Also with Mariusz Wach, I'm going to read a quote from the article. He says, "This injury is now behind me and probably healed. I'm moving a little, although not yet at full speed. Right now, I'm going to rehabilitate, but also train a little." So he had a foot that's been bothering him, I think they said, for like the last year or last few years. But he had a foot that he finally had surgery on, a chronic injury in his right foot. And they said it plagued him for 2 years. He finally had surgery on it, and he's ready to resume, some light training and get back to work. But I like to see him in there. There's some good fights in Poland, like I said. Artur Szpilka would be a good little scrap. I would like that. Szpilka just, coming off his knockout loss to Deontay Wilder. He just had surgery to his hand, and he says he's ready to get back in action. Izzy Agano is a top prospect. I would like to see somebody in Poland give a shot to maybe Thomas Adamek, maybe. I'm not sure, but Mariusz Wach is a guy I want to see in there. I would still like to see him fight some of the top contenders. You could put him in there with anybody, man. Andre Fedosov, Jarrell Miller, Bryant Jennings. I like to see him fight anybody. Big guy, 6'7", was about 250. So he's a big, formidable guy, and he's strong, and he's, he could take a punch. You know what I'm saying? So good fights to be made, but he's coming off injury, so they might throw him a softball in his first fight. But as soon as he gets his, his injury fully healed, and he gets his probably a softball fight, put him in there, with some top prospects, man. Because at this point, I don't think Wach wins a title. So I think he may be, you put him there with top prospects like a Hughie Fury type, somebody like that. I'm not saying Hughie Fury exactly, but somebody like that. Joseph Parker, like I said, Jarrell Miller, the winner out of, Oscar Rivas and Gerald Washington, somebody like that. Because I don't think, like I said, I don't think he is going to be champion. Now, he may give anybody in the top 10 good work. I think he's that type of guy. He'll give you good work, but I don't think he's offensive enough. And he's going to have to be more offensive enough in his, this comeback, man, because I think just the style he fights at, it's not going to be enough. But definitely a tough test, and definitely a guy you want to put a high prospect in there before you have that prospect, make a leap into the, the gauntlet of heavyweights that's out there right now. But just putting his news out there about Mariusz Wach, man, because he's a good, formidable, tough guy. that I want to see some of these prospects get in there with and really show me what they got. Maybe an Adrian or not, somebody like that. YTBC. I'm out.